Jonah, Part 2.
So friends, as you will recall, God told Jonah to go to Nineveh, to preach to the people there, to let them know God was not happy with their behaviors. Jonah, however, chose to skip out on that little assignment and head to Tarshish via a boat he caught in Joppa. God brought a big old wave to the boat. The crew got scared, confronted Jonah on the cause of the storm. Jonah confessed he was running away from God, and eventually the crew tossed him overboard. Then God sent a big fishy to swallow him up whole. He's been there 3 whole days and nights. It stinks. He stinks. The situation's generally a big old mess.
Thanks.
No problem. Now, let's find out what Jonah plans to do with all of this.
Nobody knows the trouble I've seen. Nobody knows my sorrow. Nobody knows. Hey, God, you still there? I know that storm was from you. I kind of think I know why. Now, I really need your help. I'm in here with a bunch of dead fish and it ain't looking good. But I do know you hear me. The water was bobbing me around all over the place. I had seaweed all wrapped around my head and stuff. But somehow, I'm still alive. So I know you are hearing me. I know those people you are sending me to are worshiping those worthless idols and turning away from your love. But I will sacrifice to you and will make up for running away from you. I'll go out and shout, salvation comes from the Lord.
And would you believe it? God gave Jonah a second chance. The fish did what? Ew! This says the fish vomited Jonah out onto dry land. That's just gross.
Just be happy it didn't happen to you.
So, as Jonah was sitting on the shoreline dazed and confused, the Lord came to Jonah a second time.
Jonah, it's me again. You know, God, I want you to go to Nineveh, Jonah. I want you to give them a message from me.
And Jonah, get this, obeyed. We could have saved ourselves about 30 minutes of our lives if he had just done this from the beginning.
Moving on.
Right.
Hey, Nineveh.
Right. Now, it usually takes 3 days to go through this town. It's such a big city. But within 1 day of walking into Nineveh, Jonah started shouting.
40 more days till... Hey! What? Wait a second. Haven't I seen you guys somewhere before?
Who?
I don't think so.
No, you don't look familiar
You don't
at
look
all.
familiar at all.
Oh, well, anyway, as I was saying, 40 more days till Nineveh will be overthrown.
In spite of Jonah's cocky attitude,
What?
the Ninevites believed God. They started to fast and wore sackcloth. Sackcloth is this really irritating and itchy material, which is a sign of mourning and repentance.
Oh, thanks. I was wondering.
So now Jonah's warning made it all the way to the king of Nineveh, who also put on sackcloth. And then he sat down in the dust, an unusual place for a king, eh? And the king proclaimed,
By order of the king and his nobles, let no one eat anything. That includes people and animals. Let's all wear sackcloth and pray to God. Let everyone give up their evil ways and violence. Who knows? Maybe God will change his mind and have compassion and turn from his anger, so we will not perish.
and what do you think God did? That's right. He saw their repentance and their changed hearts and did not bring destruction upon them. Isn't that wonderful? And everyone rejoiced. I said, everyone rejoiced. Jonah, what's with you?
Well, it's just that. I knew this was going to happen.
Jonah, you knew what was going to happen.
This is why I ran away, God. I just knew that you would be gracious and compassionate and slow to anger and all that stuff. I just knew it. Why don't you just kill me now, because it would be better than to live at this point.
Is it right for you to be angry, Jonah?
In a huff, Jonah went outside of the city to pout under a leafy plant God grew beside him to block the sun. Jonah sat there comfortable, waiting to see what would come of Nineveh. But the next morning, God sent a worm to eat the plant, and then the heat of the sun caused Jonah to grow faint. It was so bad he wanted to die.
Jonah, is it right for you to be so angry about the plant?
Yeah, and I wish I were dead, so there.
Well, if you were so concerned with the plant, I didn't see you care for it or water it or anything. It just sprang up overnight and then died overnight. Also, should I not have concern for the great city of Nineveh? There are more than 120,000 people who can't tell their right hand from their left. And think of all those cute little animals there, too.
Well, our friend Jonah continued to pout. And what do you think happened next? Well, you'll have to stay tuned, friends, for another episode of...
Nope.
Wait, what? What?
That's it.
What do you mean that's it?
That's all he wrote.
That's not right. It's just getting good. I can't believe this. I'll be a son of a monkey.